Flynn's Arcade.
Hello, welcome to Flynn's Arcade. This is my video about Esteemsters, the first ever episode of Daria, written by Glenn Eichler and first broadcast on MTV on March 3rd, 1997. Let's go. Fans of Beavis and Butt-Head will already know Daria. She was the intelligent female foil to the boys' idiotic antics at Highland High. But we learn right off the bat that those days are behind her as she navigates her first week at Lawndale High. In the opening scene, we meet Jake, who is giving his daughters a pep talk on the journey to their first day at a new school. Or at least he's attempting to, because Daria keeps turning up the music to drown him out.
The first day at a new school is bound to be difficult.
It's unsurprising really, considering that Jake is already comparing her deficit in social skills with that of her sister. But it appears that he has a point. Within seconds of pulling up to the school, Quinn has made friends and has even been asked out on a date, leaving Daria to get out of the car alone. This is a powerful start to the episode and there's already a lot to unpack here. For starters, Quinn is sat in the front seat of the car, which is odd because she's the younger sister, but we can see why. She is excited about her first day at the new school and is actively participating in the car ride and looking forward to her first day at Lawndale, whereas Daria is doing everything she can to disconnect with the process. As part of their induction, Ms. Lee announces that Daria and Quinn will need to meet with the school psychologist for evaluation.
Now, Quinn, what do you see here?
Here we learn about Quinn's preoccupations.
They've been going out for a while, and he's upset because other people keep asking her out. And she's saying she can't help it if she's attractive and popular.
She's mostly focused on her active dating life.
He's got to do a lot better than movie burger backseat, because there are plenty of guys with bigger backseats waiting to take her someplace nice.
And is more than a little shallow and entitled. But the psychologist is obviously impressed with Quinn.
Very good, Quinn.
But when it comes to Daria, she doesn't really engage.
What do you see in the picture, Dara?
And we see her sarcastic side come right out.
All right then. It's a guy and a girl, and they're discussing a herd of beautiful wild ponies running free across the plains.
Whilst Daria might appear to be self-sabotaging, it being her first day at a new school and all, it's completely understandable why she didn't take the evaluation seriously. For one, she was evaluated in the same room as her sister, which is weird and unprofessional. Plus the psychologist couldn't even be bothered to get her name right. I also don't get how they could expect to get a comprehensive evaluation on two girls based on one crude means of assessment. The whole thing looks like a shallow box-ticking exercise, and I'm unsurprised that Daria is disillusioned. But let's see if her day improves. Unfortunately for Daria, her first lesson is with Mr DeMartino, who sadistically picks on her by asking her a difficult question.
Well, Daria, as long as you have your hand raised. Last week we began a unit on westward expansion. Perhaps you feel it's unfair to be asked a question on your first day of class.
This is really unfair because she hasn't been on the same course as the other students, but then she throws a real power move by answering the question.
Manifest Destiny was a slogan popular in the 1840s. It was used by people who claimed it was God's will for the U.S. to expand all the way to the Pacific Ocean. These people did not include many Mexicans.
Especially when contrasted with Kevin.
Who could tell me which war Manifest Destiny was used to justify? Kevin! How about you? Vietnam War? That came a little later, Kevin. 100 years later.
Who, despite being a regular attendee of the class, is completely useless. But we learned that Mr. DeMartino is bitter and twisted about Kevin's future successes.
Son, promise me you'll come back and see me someday when you've got the Heisman Trophy and a chain of auto dealerships and I'm saving up for a second pair of pants. Will you promise me that, Kevin? Sure.
And that Kevin's girlfriend, Brittany, is just as poor a student as Kevin is.
Ah, Brittany. Can you guess which war we fought against the Mexicans over Manifest Destiny?
No?
Please try, Brittany.
The Viet Cong War?
But Mr DeMartino isn't impressed with Daria's scholarly ways because when she volunteers to answer another question, he berates her.
I want to volunteer with the answer. Now! Daria, stop showing off!
Things go from bad to worse for poor Daria. Firstly, Mr DeMartino behaved like a real knob and should consider taking time off work to help him cope with the stresses of the job, possibly permanently. We have already learned that the value system at Lawndale are completely out of order. Daria and Kevin are both talented in their own ways, albeit very differently. Daria is an intellectual and Kevin is an athlete, but this doesn't stop the teacher from picking on them. It's fair enough that Mr DeMartino is angry about Kevin being lazy, but he seems to have taken against Kevin and Daria because of their abilities. And considering that the role of a teacher is to develop young minds, this is really messed up. Although, in his defence, attempting to teach Kevin and Brittany must feel like banging his head against a brick wall. And Daria is so clever that she probably knows more than he does, so I'm not surprised that he's disillusioned. Back at home, we learn how great Quinn's first day has been. Everyone wants to be her friend and she's become the vice chair of the fashion club, which really impresses Helen, Quinn and Daria's mum. However, when Daria describes her experience in Mr DeMartino's awful class, her parents berate her for her antisocial ways.
Daria, your father's trying to tell you not to judge people until you know them. You're in a brand new school in a brand new town. You don't want it to be Highland all over again.
Not much chance of that happening. Unless there's uranium in the drinking water here, too.
When the school psychologist phones the Morgendorfers to deliver the bombshell that Daria has low self-esteem, things really kick off.
Focus. We tell you over and over again that you're wonderful, and you just don't get it. What's wrong with you?
Is she gonna have like a breakdown or something?
Prompting Daria to deliver her immortal line,
I don't have low self-esteem. It's a mistake.
I'll say.
I have low esteem for everyone else.
It's a powerful statement because it's so profound. Daria was right to feel disappointed and disconnected with those around her. Even her parents, who whilst being well-meaning, are letting her down. And now she must take a special class just because the school psychologist has taken against her. Mr O'Neill is the teacher of the self-esteem class, and he's the polar opposite of the bizarrely furious Mr DeMartino. He is softly spoken and sits with his chair backwards to integrate himself with the Esteemsters. But in his own way, he's just as useless. He can't answer Daria's question.
I have a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Question and answer time is later.
I want to know what realizing your actuality means.
It means... Look, just let me get through this part, okay? Then there'll be a video.
And is keen to move on to showing the class a video, indicating that he's out of depth with counselling troubled youngsters. But things are about to improve for Daria when she meets a friendly girl.
He doesn't know what it means. He's got the speech memorized. Just enjoy the nice man's soothing voice.
How am I supposed to follow him if I don't know what he's talking about?
I can fill you in later. I've taken this course 6 times.
Finally, something nice has happened to Daria. Jane has taken her under her wing, and because she has extensive experience of the self-esteem class...
I don't get it, Jane. You've got the entire course memorized. How come you can't pass the test to get out?
I could pass the test, but I like having low self-esteem. Makes me feel special.
She knows how to pass the test to get out of it. Plus, Daria has concocted a plan to stick it to her family.
What's a daydream that you'd like to see come true?
Well, I guess I'd like my whole family to do something together.
Excellent!
Something that'll really make them suffer. Well, I thought, why don't we go to Pizza Forest for dinner like we did when we were kids?
The place with the singers?
Boy, do I miss those songs.
Things continue to improve for Daria when she uses her condition as a tool to manipulate her family into going out for dinner in a horrible restaurant.
Jump in!
Row, row, row your boat.
And her friendship with Jane deepens when she goes round to her house to hang out. They devise a scheme to get out of the self-esteem class for good.
We feel really good about ourselves.
We want to take the graduation test.
Well.
Unfortunately for them, this goes a bit too well, and Mr. O'Neill asks them to give a speech to the whole school about their newfound sense of self-esteem. This could be horrific, but the girls smash it. Jane manages to make a mockery of the whole thing.
I just want to say how proud I am today. Knowing that I have self-esteem gives me even more self-esteem.
And Daria manages to call out Quinn, who has spent the whole episode pretending that they're not related.
My sister, Quinn, has forgotten more about self-esteem than I'll ever know. Are you out there, sis? Stand up and let me thank you.
Things are rounded off nicely when Daria uses her newfound success to manipulate her family into doing an activity that she knows they'll hate.
Let's go get our picture taken with the cardboard alien.
Sure, honey. Whatever you want.
I used to watch Daria as a youngster, and I've been giving it a rewatch of late, and it's really stood the test of time. I appreciate the way Daria has a point about the people around her. She has every right to hold them in low esteem, but as her burgeoning friendship with Jane has shown, no girl is an island, and as we move through the show, we will get to see Daria develop a sense of agency, so she doesn't need to ride in the back seat anymore, and she also forms and develops increasingly deeper connections. She has a rich inner life, so she doesn't need anyone else, but she slowly starts to learn the value of human connection. Oh, side note, in this episode we also learn that the family left Highland because of uranium in the drinking water, which may account for what's wrong with Beavis and Butt-Head. So let me know what you all think. Were you as relieved as I was to see Jane show up? Were you disappointed to see how incompetent the psychologists, Mr DeMartino and Mr O'Neill were? Were you happy when Daria managed to finally turn the tables on her family? If you don't know what's right, just drop "the place of the singers" or "I don't have low self-esteem, it's a mistake, I have low esteem for everyone else," because comments really help the channel grow. If you've enjoyed this video, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've made one video about Daria already, and I plan on making a series about the show. There's so much character development in Daria that I'm looking forward to sharing my thoughts about it with you all. Welcome back to all my subscribers, and thank you so much to my channel members. You guys are awesome. I'm going to give you a shout out in the video's end screen, so please stick around for that. And check out my members debrief and my monthly update video. I have 2 levels of membership, the Guild of Calamitous Intent and the Peril Partnership, so please consider signing up for membership if you can, because it really helps the channel. Add me on Instagram and add me on Blue Sky, the link is in my bio. So that's all from me. I upload videos every weekend, so unless anything comes up before then, I'll see you next time.